from the Global Institute of Church and Marketplace Prophets. This time, I am going to show you how to facilitate an event in instant teleseminar. So, if you are assisting your host, or if you're a host who's actually doing the facilitation yourself, this is going to help you out a great deal. So, again, we're logging in. We just created the event Overcoming the Spirit of Sabotage. So I'm just going to go to that and show you how to facilitate it, even though it's not going to happen for a few days. But this will be helpful. So we just logged into the Instant Teleseminar. We see where we just went to create an event, add new event. So what we're going to do now is go to My Events. Overcoming the Spirit of Sabotage is there. I click on Overcoming the Spirit of Sabotage. I also now go to Control Panel and Assistance link. It's very clear. We hit on Control Panel. Voila, we are in the control panel. Now, the first thing that is highlighted is who's on the phone. But throughout, we have dial out, settings, webcast, recordings, Q&A, slides, chat, audio, and instruction. So who's on the phone? This is where we're going to go immediately. We're going to see how many people are on the phone. And when people first come on, I normally leave it on interactive. And as the facilitator, I believe it's your responsibility to greet everyone and to let them know that they're in the right place at the right time. It's always professional to be on your call at least 10 minutes ahead of time, depending on if you're going to have a great big audience and maybe you want to provide them with some Q&A beforehand. It's okay to get on there 30 minutes ahead, or 15. Just let them know. As they get on the call, you're going to say, good afternoon. Thanks for being here. You're in the right place. We are getting ready to have Overcoming the Spirit of Sabotage with Apostle Dwann Rollinson from the Global Institute of Church and Marketplace Prophets. That will start up in 15 minutes exact. I'm your assisting you today. My name is Dwann Rollinson. If you have any questions, let me know, but you are in the right place. We'll be chatting with you real soon. And again, you just continue to greet them with the spirit of your leader, the spirit of your host, and you let them know that they're in the right place. You talk very professional, be upbeat so they can know that you're excited that they're there. Leave it on interactive. When it's time to teach, when it's time for the host to go forth, it's always great to hit lecture, because that means your host is going to be the only one that will be heard. That means other people who have babies in their background and all that great stuff, cars running, you won't be able to hear them if you do lecture. So that's what we do. Dial out is important, especially if you have a guest who's not familiar with calling in and maybe they're running late. If you need to dial out, you go ahead and dial out from here. You put in their phone number and you right over here, it says dial as host, dial as guest, what have you. You pick one of these and dial. Just know you're going to be charged fees from Instant Teleseminar. Next, we go to settings. This again is self-explanatory. It tells you everything. I have my beeps off. If you want beeps on, you can have it, host beep when a host leaves, or what have you. You have join beeps. I have those all off. Hold music is here as well. We have in ours, it's on classical piano. You can have the system choose for you. I just have classical piano. That means when people are waiting, they will hear music. It shows that I'm logged in as, and then we have noise reduction. I have automatic, and then we have the recording file format, which is MP3 for audio. Even though this is a webinar system, for whatever reason, they only have the ability to do MP3s, and that's good, good and fine. And that's about it. That's all you really need to know over here. Next, we're going to go to our webcast. This is very important as an assistant facilitator or as one who's facilitating the call. As you see, it'll let you know how many days it's scheduled to happen, or when it's scheduled to happen. So this particular event is scheduled to happen in 4 days, 1 hour, 36 minutes. This is where you come when you want to see how many people are actually on the webcast. This is where I come when I know that more people are on the phone lines than on the webcast. And again, the webcast is unlimited, whereas the phones are limited. So I normally refresh, and then it'll show me how many people are on the webcast. And then you want to know this number just in case, but you don't particularly need to say this number over your lines when you're doing hosting a seminar. Next, we go to recordings. This is where you're going to want to come to record. Again, you can also add on recording minutes as needed when your call takes place. So say it looks like you're running out of time. You're going to come over to the webcast after you've hit record, and it's going to give you the opportunity to add on more minutes. And this is where you come to add on more minutes. Recording is where you come to record. You and your host need to come up with a system where they clearly understand that you have recorded. What I like to do is talk to my assistants offline via a cell phone texting, or via chat down here in Google Chat or something like that. Once you have that going, then they can let you know it's been recorded without their voice on there saying we are now recording. So again, they can text you and let you know they've started the recording, or sometimes I recommend that you as host go ahead and record so that you know that everything is okay. And then they're ready to facilitate. As assistants, you want to be coming over to Q&A more than anything. You want to come over here, you hit incoming and approve mode for questions, and right here where you see no questions incoming is where you will see questions and feedback from your webcast audience. So it's very important that you come to the Q&A section. Once here, you can either, it'll say approve or disapprove. You approve them. Once you approve them, they'll come over here. And then that's when you talk to your host and say, hey, Prophet Dwann, we have so-and-so in Arlington, Texas, and they have a question about this. Would you like me to read it now or later? And then your host will make a decision and say, hey, we will come back to that right after I finish teaching. Again, when someone's hosting the call, let them host it, but always give them the opportunity to make the decision. Again, you don't want to interrupt them when they're teaching unless it's just a technical difficulty and you're not recording, something like that. But other than that, once they take a break, or they may say, hey, any questions out there? That's when the facilitator come on and say, hey, Prophet Dwann, we have this and this, blah, 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 blah. And then they will make that decision. As facilitator as well as the host, here's where you come for your slides. I do my slides myself. But this is just so you know, it says your presentations. So I'm going to click on prophetic preaching, say this is a slide, and then I just have to hit arrow after arrow after arrow after arrow after arrow. It'll tell me how many slides I have. If I hover over here, it'll remind me of what else is coming up, and I can look at that. But again, it's important to know how to work the slide system. This is a chat area. When I am facilitating a call, I don't have time to do this. So this is something, if you have it facilitating, that your assistant facilitator will do, or your admin facilitator will do. This is audio. If I ever have audios that I'm going to play, I will come over here. And then again, instructions are here as well. If you just absolutely, are having a bad day with your brain, come over to the instructions section, read through it, and it'll basically walk you through everything you need to do. So I pray that this little session has been informative for you. Again, this is Apostle Dwann from the Global Institute of Church and Marketplace Prophets. If you need more information on how to facilitate calls, or how to even create events, how to get the word out about your events, please visit us online at globalpropheticinstitute.com. Again, globalpropheticinstitute.com. Thank you so much. God bless.